here we go. Our textbook sucks. Our textbook sucks. Our textbook sucks. Let's see. Oh, come on. The videos I just uploaded are this one.
I spend 8 hours a week to get.
What am I talking about? As you can see, apparently now you get to see the videos I was watching on this YouTube account. I don't really go on this YouTube account very much, and I don't have any subscriptions on it, but
You don't necessarily need to hear it, though, do you?
anyways. Why does my first videos have terrible hair?
Resource management every single day.
Stop. 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 Dude. How loud is this stinking music? I have the volume of my computer down at 28 still. So let's take a look at the homework. Where's my calculator? Oh, it's right there. Chapter 5 homework was kind of not too bad, but man, Chapter 4 homework really took forever. Oh, too many questions. So here's the challenge. Apparently it's a challenge to be able to do this, but I need to figure out how to solve these questions. It wouldn't be a challenge if they just told me how to do it, but no. Darn, what the heck is this question? There's already 8 questions that make one of them super long. No, 2 of them. Come on. And guess what, folks? None of these questions, none of them have instructions. At least in a few of the questions before, there was a video tutorial on how to do it. But no, not in these questions. Nothing. Nothing. There's no tutorial. There's no extra material here. All we have is our textbook. That's it. Our terrible textbook. I could go back to the other curriculum. I could do that. I don't know. Maybe I should do that. But I will attempt to do it quote-unquote legitimately first. And for some reason, the only way to look at the book is to click this and then click this. I mean, it's not that bad, but still. Is my phone actually charging? It is. I need to tie my shoe, and also I don't know why my back hurts. Oh no. So anyways, which game should I randomly speedrun that's very unoptimized? I was thinking Crash of the Titans DS, but I don't know. It might be optimized now, I'm not sure. It would be nice if I could get a PS2 game. Like, I want to stick with Crash Bandicoot, but I don't really know if there's any other Crash Bandicoot games that would be good for the type of thing I'm going for. I mean, the least run Crash Bandicoot games are like the random mobile games and stuff. I could try Crash of the Titans for PlayStation 2. Maybe. But I have a feeling that one's getting more optimized too. I've seen people running that game quite a lot recently. So maybe Crash of the Titans DS. Now Crash Boom Bang, that sounds like a terrible game to run because it's like all RNG based. Maybe so the Mind Over Meat DS, I'm pretty sure that runs pretty optimized as well. Because I've seen it like the best run of that game and looks pretty optimized. I don't know. But the less optimized the run is, the less impressive a world record the game is. So why the heck am I doing this? I'm not doing anything. Thank you for having so many sections of the chapter. Guess what? Who cares? I give up. I'm going back to the other curriculum. I already gave up. Wonderful. But first, I might try to solve the question without looking at anything. So let's see if I can do that. Nope. You know what would have been nice? Yeah, whatever. The first question is from 6-3. Fine, I'll try one more time to read the textbook. Oh, I see. You're not going to tell me which subsection, and I have to find it. Stop. Oh, I'm not allowed to have two windows open at the same time. That's great. Nice. Nice. You're making me look through every single subsection. I really appreciate. Says real risk-free rate is this, inflation is this, and this. Maturity risk premium is 0. Darn it. Darn it. Really? Excel? What are you talking about? Excel. The quoted interest rate is equal to R equal to the risk-free rate plus the inflation premium plus the default risk premium plus the liquidity premium plus the maturity risk premium. The quoted rate on a risk-free security. And the RRF, which is the quoted rate on a risk-free security, Wait. And the premium for expected inflation is included, and that. So therefore, a relation to this question, it is very simple. Basically, the real risk-free rate is 3.5%. That means R is 3.5%. Inflation is expected to be 2% this year. So it is the average expected rate of inflation over the life of the security. So the nominal or quoted risk-free rate of interest RRF equals this R star plus IP. The average expected inflation rate over the remaining life of the security. Ooh, fun. The average expected inflation rate. If the real risk-free rate was that, and if inflation was expected to be 1.5%, the quoted rate of interest would be 1.7 plus 1.5. Is important. Dang. Okay. What's the other part of the question again? Basically, we need so do you average it basically? I'm going to assume that you average the. Guess what? The textbook didn't even talk about how to do the questions. So I have to try to do the question. I probably shouldn't do it like this because what if there's a more efficient way to do it? I think the thing that will save the most time is if I do the quote-unquote cheating thingy, which is not cheating. Because I need to figure out how to do these questions in the most efficient way possible. I'm not going to just figure it out myself, because if I do that, it might take way longer. I might be doing something inefficiently, so I can't do that. Thank you, textbook, for not explaining how to do the questions. Right? Do they explain how to do these questions or not? Is it here? I don't think they explain how to solve these questions. They don't explain how to do that. They don't explain how to do the questions. I looked at 6.3. Do they explain it in this section for some reason? I don't know. They didn't explain it here. I'm not going to bother. It's going to be faster to do this. I don't have time to waste. I'm not wasting. Well, I do have time to waste, but I'm not wasting time. Hello? Is it this one? Why is it worth 100 points? This is the one I'm looking for. So, I think we're going to look at 6.3. How many questions? Not too many. Not too many. Okay. Why would they reference 6.3? So basically, here's the weird thing. Dang it. Can this thing stop? Right. We're going to do this. Maybe this will prepare me for those questions. Doubt it though. This is only 6.3 though. It's kind of not good. Maybe I'll check, whatever, I'll just do this first. I'll do this. First step to success here. Okay. Question 1. Actually, maybe this is very simple because you're just doing simple addition and whatnot. Okay. It says assume the risk-free rate is 4%. The inflation rate is 7% in year 1, 4% in year 2, 3% thereafter. Assume that all treasury bonds are highly liquid and free of default risk. Fun. If 2-year and 5-year treasury bonds both yield 11%, what is the difference in the maturity risk premiums on the two bonds? I didn't read about the maturity risk premiums, so I don't know what that is. And it's a very long explanation. Fine, I'll try reading it. What time am I supposed to do laundry again? Oh, at 9:06. Fun. Internet is internet. Internet is internet is internet is internet is internet. Okay. RT. I wonder what they mean by RT, rate of treasury bond, equals R star plus IPT plus MRPT. Okay, so IP5, that's the interest premium for 5 years. What you do is find the average. That's kind of what I was thinking. So you do have 7% for year 1, 4% year 2, 3% for all the other ones for 5 years. The average is 4%. Then find IP2. Now you substitute into the equation. What? What is RT2? RT. RT2, RT5. Guess what? Well, they said that it's equal to 11. So RT2 equals 11%, and it equals R star plus IP2 plus MRP2, right? RT5 equals 11% equals 4%, which is R star plus 4% in IP5 plus MRP5 equals 11%. You have two equations. Now solve for MRP. What you do, you just have basic algebra. You just do basic algebra. Then you have both of them, and then what's the difference between the two? I get that. I get how to do that. My nose is stuffed up. Okay. Dang it. It turns out that now I have to do laundry, so bye. And probably go to the bathroom. I am back. And I think I'm gonna have to drive Chloe to work, so I decided to set the alarm for laundry to 11:30 instead of 10:09 because I'm going to go drop Chloe off at Walmart, I think, and then get Culver's. But even if she just randomly decides not, okay, if she randomly doesn't need to drive to work, then I'll probably still go to Culver's. Maybe just to wait a little bit longer to go to Culver's or something. Anyways, time to restart timer. I think I left the timer running the whole time. It's fine. So we've completed we've learned how to do one single stinking question. Okay. Liquidity premium. What is a liquidity premium? Can't I just go to the stinking table of contents of chapter 6? So annoying. Oh wait, I can. Whatever. What did they say about liquidity premium? I think you just add that to the other ones, right? It's just added on, so it's fine. Easy. So, no liquidity premium. What is the expected rate of inflation over the next 10 years? Okay. So, what they have, the inflation over the next 10 years is equal to R10 minus R star minus MRP. Why is that? I think I know why. It's because it's equal to this, right? So it's equal to R minus R star minus MRP. You just use the same equation again, right? They gave you these three numbers. All you have to do is do the math, and that's it. Guess what? I don't remember doing any of this crap. What the heck? Okay, well, seems simple enough. It seems like this entire section is based on this one equation here, so seems to be fine. The R star is this, IP this, DRP is this. That's another thing there. That is that, and that is that. All you have to do is use the equation. Oh, actually, RRF. Remember, RRF is equal to R star plus R plus IP. That's it. That's all you have to do. So, okay. So I think maybe I'll write down some equations that are important. Obviously, but, I mean, maybe it's. I was using this piece of scratch paper. There we go. So here are the important equations. That one. I'm bending over to write this and my back hurts. Are you kidding me? Why? RRF equals R star plus IP. That's literally it. Okay. Treasury bond that matures in 20 years has a yield of 8%. A 20-year corporate bond has a yield of 11%. Assume the liquidity premium on the corporate bond is 1.0%. What is the default risk premium on the corporate bond? So, the rate of T20. The rate of the treasury bond that is 20 years is 8%. The rate of the corporate bond that's 20 years is 11%. The liquidity premium on the corporate bond is 1.0%. Guess what? They should have put LPC. So, they have RT, the rate of T. What the heck? Oh. They wrote down the equation with all the known variables. What the what? Why did they just assume that DRP equals LPT equals 0? Are you kidding me? I don't know why. I have to read the textbook, and I highly doubt the textbook's going to answer that question for me. What about the default risk premium? Wow, there's only one tiny paragraph about it. Thanks for referring to me to this tiny paragraph that's probably not going to explain why they set DRPT equals LPT equals 0. They are assuming that Treasury securities have no default risk. For corporate bonds, they are. Okay. Well, okay, fine. They did answer it. Why did they say this is equal to this? They said basically nothing about this, so corporate, they said they told you the liquidity premium, and they said what is the default risk premium on corporate, so they this text, okay, this is stupid. All they did was move this and this. They switched these two things. Why? What are they doing? All they did was switch this with this. What? Then move 11. Okay, what they did was now they have 11%. I don't get this at all. Why? What? I have no idea what they did. First they switch these two, then all of a sudden they get this out of completely nowhere. I don't know what they're doing. What? First of all, they took 11%, and then they took this one. What the heck? What? They took this 8% here, then they took this 1%, and then they added this. Why? 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 Oh my goodness. Why? It's probably because of this. It says the difference between the quoted interest rate on a T-bond and that on a corporate bond with similar maturity, liquidity, and other features is the default risk premium. Dude, I don't know why. What? Oh. Oh my god. Well, in situations such as these, all you can hope to do is just copy what they did, not understanding how or why they're doing it. It's just understanding what they did and copying it. That's all I can hope to do. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't know why they were doing what. They just randomly took a random number, put another random number, another random number, another random number, and there you go, you're done. I don't know how they got from here to here. They basically just took the corporate rate, and then they took R star. Wait, no, they took the corporate rate equals the treasury rate plus LP plus DRPT. Or plus L. So for this one, they said MRPT. They said okay, what they actually for some reason they put the subscript T underneath every single one. So thank you. Gosh dang. Okay, this is stupid. Guess what? This is stupid. They said DRPT equals LPT equals 0, and then they said DRPT equals 2%. That is stupid. What the heck? Well, I guess what they did was 8% is equal to this. So they replaced this with 8%. Oh. Okay, fine. And it says the maturity risk premium is 10.1% per year for MRP equals 0.1% times T, where T is the number of years to maturity. I don't know what they mean by pure expectations theory. Yay! What rate of return would you expect on a 4-year Treasury security? Okay. So, the real risk-free rate is 4.2%. The inflation is 3.1%. The MRP is 4 years, 10%, so times 4. Percent. And you have to put it in terms of percent. Don't forget. The yield on T-year T bond is equal to, you add them up. That's all you have to do. Easy. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Wait. That was an easy question. Number 6. Okay. If interest rates on 20-year Treasury and corporate bonds are this, T-bond, then the differences in these rates were probably caused by defaults and liquidity risk differences. Treasury and corporate bonds face similar tax structures, maturity risk, inflation risk, and real rate of interest, so the only change between them is default risk and liquidity risk differences. Okay. If the U.S. Treasury were to issue $50 billion of short-term securities, and sell them to the public, what would be the most likely effect on short-term securities prices and interest rates? Prices would decline and interest rates would rise because selling securities takes money out of the economy. This reduces the supply of funds and raises rates. An increase in rates reduces prices. Last one. Interest rate risk, also known as price risk, is the risk that interest rates will increase, and that increase will lead to a decline in the prices of outstanding bonds. True. Now it won't let me do the homework. Oh, it will. Oh. Actually, if I click this and this, I will be able to. Except it's gonna make me sign in. Nope. We'll try this again, but it's only one question. I just spent an entire hour and 30 minutes trying to do one question. Yes! Let's see, maybe I can do the question now. I believe this is going to be easy. Okay. I think this is going to be easy. So what you do is first calculate the inflation. So for the 2-year one, it's going to be equal to, I'm going to ignore percents. Oh no. For 2 years, it's going to be 2 plus 4.75 divided by 2, and that equals 3.375. So therefore, all you have to do is 3.5 plus 3.375. And you get 6.88. Please, 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 please. Thank God. Okay. Now for 3 years, what you do for IP3 is 2 plus 4.75 plus 4.75 divided by 3, and you get 3.83. Then you do that number plus 3.5, and you get 7.33. And oh my gosh, I did one question. It took me that long to do one question. But maybe I'll be able to do some more questions. Please let me be able to do every single question from the rest of the assignment. Probably not, though. Okay. Unfortunately, this is from 6-4, so this is unfortunate. However, I'm not going to risk anything. I'm going to do the questions for 6-4, which is going to probably take forever, but yeah, wow, there's only 2 questions. Maybe it's easy. Where are they? There's no math questions. Okay. Here's the correct statement. The yield on a 2-year corporate bond Where's my where is it? Hello? Where is it? Where is it? Hello? Oh, it's right here. The yield on a 2-year corporate bond should always exceed the yield on a 2-year treasury bond. A corporate bond will have more default risk than a treasury bond and thus have higher yield. Okay. Second question. Suppose that a 2% rate of inflation is expected for the next 2 years, after which it is expected to increase to 4%. The real risk-free rate is expected to remain constant at 3% in the future, and there is a positive maturity risk premium that increases with years to maturity. Given these conditions, what is the correct statement? The yield to a 5-year treasury bond must exceed that of a 2-year treasury bond. So the information given why does it say it covers 6 years? I hate this because it says that it covers 6 years, but nowhere in this question does it say it covers 6 years. What the heck? We do know inflation will be greater in 5 years than in 2 years, which means that 2-year yields will be lower than 5-year yields. Well, I understand that part, but what the heck are they talking about with the 6 years? It doesn't say anything about 6 years. Whatever. So I didn't really learn much at all from whoops. So what are we looking at here? The real risk-free rate is this. Inflation is this. So we use our equation, right? I think we just use our equation to solve it. They gave us some numbers, but we're looking for another number. So And any number they didn't give us, I guess, would be 0. So the number that we need to solve for is MRP. So we just do a simple algebra. That's it. So what you do is MRP equals R minus R star. They gave us inflation minus IP and you have to calculate what IP is. IP. So they said, well, actually, they already told us what IP is. So it's very simple. All you have to do is R is equal to 9. R star is 3.25. IP is equal to 2.25. This is it. It's 3.5. That better be right. I don't know why they reference 6.4. It has nothing to do with 6.4. As far as I can tell, oh my goodness. What even is this? We are done with 2 questions. Wow. This one, it says it's from 6.6. Crap. Alright. Well, we're now going to have to do the questions from the spring curriculum for 6.6. So we will now start doing that. Why does this have to keep freezing? This is the exact reason why I couldn't use the timer, but I guess I'm not using the timer anyway, so who cares? Stop. We will now look at 6.6 questions. Okay. I might read the textbook, but it's probably gonna suck. So okay. Time for some stupid, idiotic reading. Oh, this is too much stuff. I don't want to read this. I'm just going to look at this. A theory that states that the shape of the yield curve depends on investors' expectations about future interest rates. It's too much. I'm just going to do this then. Okay, apply the pure expectations theory to the following. Assume that the real risk-free rate of interest is expected to remain constant at 3% for the foreseeable future. but that inflation is expected to increase steadily over the next 30 years, giving the Treasury yield curve an upward slope. You are considering two corporate bonds. One with a 5-year maturity, one with a 10-year maturity, both of which have the same default and liquidity risks. So, which of the statements is correct? The 10-year corporate bond must have a higher yield than the 5-year corporate bond, because I would assume it's because the inflation rate increases. What is forward rates? Suppose the interest. Oh, okay. They didn't explain how to solve the question. Probably just use the same equation. It better be that. Imagine you could see a yield curve for a current corporate bond that is upward sloping. What can you determine from this information? Maturity risk premiums could help to explain the yield curve's upward slope. So, maturity risk premium, increased inflation, and growing economy cause an upward slope. Here's some more complicated equations. What is that? I don't know if I'll be able to understand this, because they're using some equation. Maybe there's an equation from chapter 6 I skipped over that they used here. Oh, it's here, but where's the general form? They didn't give you the general form of the equation, they just used the equation? Why? What's wrong with them? They didn't give you a general form of the equation. Oh, great. Interest rates on a four-year securities are currently 6.5%, while 6-year securities are 6.8%. If the pure expectations theory is correct, what does the market believe that 2-year securities will be yielding 4 years from now? So they want you to use the geometric average. I think I know what. Okay, so the geometric average. Did they even explain that at all? Well, they're explaining how to do the question right here, okay? I don't know what they're doing. They're probably doing something from this previous section I didn't read that I didn't. Oh. Do I have to read 6.5? Probably. Maybe. Maybe this is where that other thing that I was really confused about comes from. Oh, okay. So, these homework assignments are stupid because this part right here is what I was missing in that one question. But it told me to read 6.3, not 6.5. That's why I was confused. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh. They still didn't explain that one thing though. They didn't explain what the heck they're doing in 6.6. I have no clue what they're doing here. One times. Where'd they get 1.055? They added 5.5% squared. Or no, they multiplied it by 1. They multiplied it by 1. They multiplied it by 105.5% squared to equal this. And this one, they multiplied it because squared is the number of years. And then the multiplied by 1 plus x. What? What? You know what they should have done? Why didn't they just give you the general form of the equation? Come on. Give me the general form of the equation. And then they're talking about something related to geometric average. They didn't say the words geometric average anywhere in this section. What the heck? Did they even use that word at all? No! They did not! What are they talking about? Oh. Oh my gosh. So what they did, they basically did 1 plus something there. They're adding 1 to the percentage. They did 1 plus 6.5%, 4, because it's 4 years, multiplied by 1 plus 4R2. So that's the one we're solving for. It's 2 because it's 2 years. Equals 1 plus 6.8 to the 6th. So, that times that equals that. So basically, 1 plus 4. So basically, the one we're solving for is 4 year 1. Wait, what? Oh, come on. I don't get this. No. Oh, man. Buy a 2-year security, hold it for 2 years. Buy a 1-year security, hold it for a year. Reinvest proceeds into another 1-year security. They're assuming that both options yield the same amount of cash. Solve for X. What is X again? X is the expected interest rate on a 1-year Treasury security 1 year from now. So like 6.002 something. So what they're saying is it will yield the same exact amount as having a 4-year T-bond, right? So they do 1, first of all, one plus this to 4 is equal to doing a 1-year bond, doing a 1-year bond plus the 3-year one. The 1 is 1 plus this times the 3-year one is 1 plus the interest rate of the 3-year bond to 3 years. So then you solve the x. I think I get it. So here's what you want to do. He wants to invest in the 4-year security and then invest in a 2-year security. So you do the 4-year one, the 2-year one, and you don't know this, then that's equal to a 6-year one. Then you solve for x. I finally get it. Oh. All of that just to answer that one question. What is this? It says assume the pure expectations theory is not valid. Oh, well then. I don't know what else. My God. This is complicated. It says compounded return on series of 1-year bonds at above rates. The 1-year bond, what they did, what the heck? Where'd they get 1.056? Where'd they get 1.0? Oh man. It's going to take me like 5 years to figure out where they got the 1.056. 1 plus the interest rate is not point that. What are they doing? It has something to do with this thinking. Oh. Do you just do the interest? Do you do like 5? That doesn't make sense. Because do you just ignore the 2-year bond information? Why? Why do they get 1.056? Why? 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 Because if you add the interest rate, wait, what was that? Yeah, but it doesn't matter. The 2-year thing, isn't that irrelevant? Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, I think I get it. I think I get where they did. It's basically they did use the 2-year thing. Yeah, but I thought your expectations theory is not valid. Oh, I guess if it's not valid, if it is valid, the MRP is 0 for both or something, whatever. So here's what they did. Here's what they did. R they solved wait. I know they did 1 plus R. They did 1 plus R minus MRP, but I'm trying to figure out why. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Ugh. So they did plus R minus MRP. But where the heck is that explained? I don't. What the why? I still. Where at any point in this section did they subtract MRP, and for what reason? Because I'm trying to relate it to the other equation, but I don't really know how it's related. Because otherwise, it's just you're just. Did they ever subtract MRP at any point? Because that's what they did in the question. Oh my gosh. I don't even care anymore. Yeah, oh, here it is. Finally. Maybe this is a stinking explanation of this. Oh, wow. It took me this long to find it, but I found it. I have to go in like 10 minutes or sooner so that I can go to the bathroom first. Maybe I'll even go now, but I'm going to read this first. Most evidence suggests that a positive maturity risk rating exists. In equilibrium, the expected annual return on the 2-year one must be that higher than the expected. I don't care. The expected return on 2-year series is the rate on 2-year bond minus MRP. That's the reason. That's what they did there. So you do this equals 1 plus expected rate of return on 2-year series, which is rate on 2-year bond minus MRP. So that's what they did. Good job. I get it now. You do the same thing as before, except instead of doing just 1 plus the rate, you do 1 plus, and then the rate is the rate minus MRP. So that's how you do that. So now I know how to do question 5, and I'm now going to go. So bye.